You know what? There is something about Silverlink animation that makes me not hate its releases. And they don't actually make the best of animes, but most of their releases are average to above average. And that kind of consistency is hard to pull off. And I'm really into Silverlink's Kimi to Boku no Saigo no Senjo or Our Last Crusade. It's currently airing this fall 2020 season. Alice's best girl, by the way. And since I'm such a Silverlink simp, I figured why not list my top 10 favorite Silverlink animes. Before I begin, just take note that this is my opinion, and if your favorite is not on my list, then I probably haven't seen it or didn't like it as much as you did. And now that's out of the way, let's proceed to the list. Number 10 on my list is Kenja no Mago. The first and not the last isekai on this list. The show follows the adventure of a boy that reincarnated as a wise man's child. This show as an isekai is mid-tier at best, but the main character using his past life's knowledge of science to make an OP spell actually made the show interesting to watch. It's low on this list because overall this show was average at best. Number 9 on my list is fairly recent. It is Misfit of a Demon King Academy. The magical school anime about Anos Boldigord, a reincarnated demon king, being a misfit in that school. I'm a sucker when it comes to magical school animes, so that's why I include this on my list. Anime felt like a satire on the OP magical school anime due to the main character feeling like he's One Punch Man because of how much he flexed to defeat his enemies. But even though it was a solid show, it felt very rushed, and because of this I feel the ending didn't stick the landing either. That's why the show gets number 9. Okay, number 8 on my list is Armed Girls Machiavellism. The show is about a guy that was expelled from his old school for beating up 40 people or something, and the new school that he transfers in is overrun by girls armed with, get this, samurai swords. And they all want to subdue the guy. And what ensues is just pure fun. Like the dude wears a Kevlar gloves and catches knives with it. Just want to turn off your brain and watch a harem anime with a battle anime twist? I highly recommend this show. Number 7 on this list is Bofuri. This show is about a girl that decides to max out her defense in the MMORPG that she's playing just because she doesn't want to get hurt. Okay, not gonna lie, I went to this anime thinking that it was another Sword Art Online clone. But to my surprise, it wasn't. The anime shows a good reason why she becomes OP in the game, and the game developers in the anime actively try to nerf her, and it's pretty meta. So if you want an OP power fantasy that's overloaded with cuteness, then I highly suggest this anime. Okay, number 6 is Masamune-kun no Revenge. Oh, the premise of this anime was pretty trashy, not gonna lie. The main character Masamune-kun was an overweight kid that got tormented by her childhood friend Aki, and was given the nickname Pig's Foot. So in order to get revenge, he works out and gets fit, and tries to make Aki fall in love with him, so he can reject her. Yeah, what did I tell you? Pretty trashy. But this became a very good romantic comedy later on. So in short, this anime is a trashy revenge romantic comedy. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but I suggest you go watch this show. Number 5 on my list is Hamefura. Oh man, this show was my first video on YouTube. Don't go watch it though, the audio is terrible. This show is about a girl reincarnating as a villainess of a otome game, and she needs to avoid her death flag. This comedy was a refreshing isekai and we need more. Okay, number 4 is No-rin. This anime is about Yuka, an idol that suddenly retires and joins an agricultural school, where the protagonist goes to. And the protagonist is a massive fan of Yuka. Okay, I have never laughed at agricultural jokes this much than this anime. Well, maybe Silver Spoon, but No-rin feels more random. They don't only tell agricultural jokes, and the delivery of the jokes are still good to this day. And if you want something funny and a bit different, I'm suggesting this anime. We are in the big 3 now. Number 3 is Kokoro Connect. This show is about 5 friends that are in a school club together that experience supernatural events, such as body swapping and etc. And these supernatural incidents affect them in a really emotional or heartwarming way. Honestly, the human drama that was portrayed in this anime felt so real. Like for example, one of the characters have a fear of men because of what happened to her in the past. And through the body swapping, I won't spoil how exactly, but ends up conquering her fear. And that's just one of the many character dramas in this show, and if you guys haven't seen it, I highly suggest that you watch this anime. Number 2 is Chivalry of a Failed Knight. This anime is about Kurogane Iki. He has no magical talents but is in a magical knight school, and he needs to win a magical tournament in order to graduate. Yeah, this is my favorite magical school anime ever. I really enjoy their power system, and also the romance in this anime really drew me in. They didn't do the whole will they won't they, and the main character got together with the main love interest Stella Best Girl Vermilion in just 4 episodes. I'm genuinely waiting for a sequel for this anime, and if any of you guys are really into magical school anime, this is a must watch. Now for number 1. My pick for number 1 is Baka Test. Oh yes, Baka Test. The reason why I'm a Silverlink simp. The anime follows Akisa, that flunked the entrance exam for his placement exams and was placed in Class F, the lowest class. And their facilities are based on their class standing, so Class F only has like cardboard boxes for tables. The unique part about this show is that the students can summon a familiar, and the power level of the familiar is determined by the score of the last exam taken. And here's the kicker. They can use said familiars to challenge other classes to get their facilities, and the concept immediately drew me in. Not just that, the comedy delivery of this anime is on point. I can still get a good laugh watching this anime. And this show is one of my favorite comedies out there. And Silverlink, the novel for Baka Test has been finished for a while now. Give me my season 3. And that's it for my list. Did you enjoy the video? I'm planning to make a Studio Trigger list in the future because, you know, who doesn't love Studio Trigger? If you guys like the sound of that, just leave a like and subscribe and hit that bell thingy beside the sub, will ya? And I'll see you guys next time.